Everyone. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Kaushal Gokli, and I was initiated in Kriya Yoga in 1992 by Gurudev. I am a professor here in Engineering College in Los Angeles, and I'm speaking from my home in Los Angeles. So let us begin with a prayer. Everyone, please close your eyes. Om Sahanavavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavaditamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. I bow to God. I bow to all the saints and sages of all religions, all ages, and all places. I bow to the Kriya Yoga masters, the lineage. I bow to Guruji. I bow to Gurudev. I bow to Yogananda ji and all the masters in the lineage. I bow to you all. You are the living presence of God. So today's topic is Guru. We'll be discussing Guru, and we'll be talking about. I'll be talking about 4 questions on the Guru. So first is, who is Guru and what is Guru? The second question is, why do we need a Guru? Why can't we just not have a Guru and still be on the spiritual journey? Why can't we just read the books and scriptures and with that make good progress? So why do we really need a Guru? That's the second question. The third is, what are the attributes of a Guru? So I know many of us are already on this path and we have our Guru. However, I still want to talk about the attributes. There are some non-Kriyavans here, and it'll be a good refresher. Why do we need not only why we need a Guru, but also the attributes of a Guru. What should we be looking for in a Guru? At the same time, what would make us good disciples? So the attributes of a good disciple. The fourth question is then, what is the Guru-disciple relationship? So we'll briefly touch upon Guru-disciple relationship. Okay, so with that, let's get started. The first question is, who is Guru? What is Guru? Yogananda ji said that you cannot find spiritualism in a market. You cannot buy that in a marketplace. He also said that your father and your mother, they have given you your first birth. But your second birth is given to you by your Guru. And not only Guru gave you the spiritual birth, but also then stayed with you throughout your journey on the path of self-realization and on the path of spiritual journey. Gurudev beautifully explains in the book Kriya Yoga that Gu means invisible and Ru means visible. So Gu invisible, which is God, and Ru visible, which could be an agent of God or an instrument of God. So God, the invisible, is working through visible in this world to help us all. Guruji also explained it beautifully. Guruji said, Gur, the meaning of Gur in Sanskrit is poison, and Guru, is knowledge. So Guru is the one who would who would eliminate the poison, take the poison out of your life, and with knowledge and with love, guide you towards your journey to self-realization, your spiritual journey. In scriptures, they say that Guru is Brahma, which is the creator. Guru is Vishnu, which is the preserver. And Guru is Shiva, the destroyer. So first of all, Guru is God, right? God is Guru. So God is our first Guru. And then we have Guru, who is, it could be the agent of God, who would be our Guru in this life and in many, many lives to come. So those are some of the meanings of Guru. The second question is, why do we need a Guru? So why can't we just read books? Why can't we just read scripture and then learn from it and be on this path? Why do we really have to have a Guru? So when we read books, it's more intellectual work. The more books we read, maybe more intellectual we become, but we may still not be spiritual. So someone who is very intellectual doesn't mean that that person is very spiritual. There is a difference. So in our lives, when we were in high school, schools, in colleges, we had professors and teachers who were teaching us. So those teachers, they have the mastery of the subject, and then they are talking and teaching us. Whereas the spiritual teacher, the Guru, would first have to live that life and be a very highly realized, God realized person and living that life before they start talking and guiding us, right? So there's a difference between a teacher in our lives versus Guru. So there could be many teachers, but there is one Guru. Guru is indispensable for any spiritual journey. We need a Guru. So if we, it's very easy to follow a living embodiment versus abstraction. We have not, many of us have not seen or experienced or felt God, because it might be an abstraction. We do not, we don't know who God is. Whereas our Guru has experienced, has lived with the God, has the godlike nature, and Guru is like God. So through the Guru, we could experience the what God is like. So through Guru's eyes, we can see and perceive God. Guru can also ignite a spark in our spiritual journey, in our heart, in our body, to go towards the spiritual journey. So if there is if we want to light a fireplace, what we would do is we would press the igniter, which then creates a spark, and that spark which lights the fire is how we get fire. Similarly, Guru is the one who is going to ignite that spark in us for our spiritual awakening the spiritual power within us. So we have this latent power, spiritual power, which needs to be awakened, and Guru is the one who can do that for us. Swami Vivekananda has explained this beautifully with a impulse. What he's saying is that it's like an impulse given to you by the Guru, which then creates a keen desire in you to be on a spiritual path. So I wanted to give you an example, my personal example on igniting that spark in you. So I grew up in India, and we followed rituals. We went to temples, we prayed. However, I don't think it was internalized in me, the spirituality, the way we know it now. So I came to US to study further, and then started working here. So got busy with the job and the family and promotions and more money and materialistic things and cars. And so that's where I was heading. I realized that that's not the goal in our life. What's the goal in our life? I was searching for it. So I went to the direction of reading psychology books, self-help books, and that helped me some. But I realized that's not the end. There's more to it than that. At that point in 92, I got a call from a dear friend, who said, hey, there is a highly realized master who's coming to Cincinnati, and how about we go see him? So I was already searching, so we went, and this was an evening program in an auditorium, and Gurudev was sitting there, and Gurudev asked for 3 volunteers to come on the stage, one after another. So I raised my hand, and Gurudev asked me to come on the stage, asked me to lie down, and then he said, I'm going to give you my vibrations, is how he put it. And his vibrations were, he put his hand on my head, he put his hand on my ears, my eyes, and the whole body. And that ignited my pilot. That night I went home, and all night I was energized. I was feeling spiritual. I knew that I have just come from in contact with a spiritual master, someone, he is godlike, someone who I've never felt that before, kind of thing. And also in my brain there was illumination splashing around, hitting from one end of the brain to another. I could just feel the illumination. So with all of that, next day morning I go for my initiation, and I'm about an hour late, and I'm late because of the wrong direction. So I'm really upset now that it'll be all over and I'll miss out. So this is at Bhadrayu Baba's house in the basement. So I go down the basement and I see the whole basement is full. There is no room. And I said, well, I'm going to sit in the corner, and, I was disappointed. And Gurudev saw me coming down and said, hey, you come over here, sit down at my feet. So he initiated me. And in the next couple of days of practice, he asked me if I'm hearing sounds. And I said, no. He says, no. And then he goes, bang. He just hit on my ears very hard, very lovingly, but very hard. And the sounds started. And the sounds I got in touch, very loud, very clear. It was an amazing experience. I'm still in touch with those sounds, but the intensity was just amazing. Then he asked me if I'm seeing light. And I said, no, Gurudev, I'm not. And he says, you're not? He goes, bang, just hit right here on my fontanelle, and fountain of light started coming, fireworks coming from my head. That's the spark I'm talking about. Gurudev ignited in me that spiritual spark, which has stayed with me all these years, and will stay with me forever. And that is what has created this desire to be on spiritual path, to be like him, to to be like him, to be with him, and experience the divinity, and experience what truth is, experience unconditional love. All these things in one day of contact with the Gurudev. I wanted to share another story of a friend of mine. So the reason I'm sharing this story is that it doesn't have to be in person. You may feel that, well, you were lucky that he was there. No, it doesn't have to be in person. It could even happen remotely. right? So a friend of mine who lived in Chicago, uh, Gurudev's 87th birthday was celebrated at Durga Ma's house in Chicago. And we went from Cincinnati to attend that event. So a week before attending that event, I called my friend and said, hey, Gurudev is coming, my Guru is coming. I wanted to talk about my Gurudev with all my friends. It was such a beautiful thing for me. It's such an important event for me. I wanted to share with everyone. So I called my friend and I said, would you like to join me in this celebration? And he said, sure, I'll come with you. He meditated by reading a book on Ramakrishna, but never had a guru. So I wanted him to meet Gurudev. That night, he was sitting with his eyes closed, just meditating on Ramakrishna's book. And he saw this Swami, which he had never seen before, come to him in his meditation. My friend bowed to the Swami, and Swami put his hand on his head, and that awakened his Kundalini. He had the whole spine got electrocuted, and there's fireworks coming out of his head, all the stars going to the sky, and a lot of energy all over. His spine was really, really magnetized. Then I drove to Chicago. We both went to the celebration, Guruji's birthday, Gurudev's birthday. And Gurudev, when he saw Gurudev, he says, he's the one who had come to me. I'd never seen him before, but he's the one who came. And I've heard of this as a remote initiation. So not in person, but this experience could happen remotely. So again, back to our question of why do we need Guru? We need Guru for that, right? We also need Guru. Guru is always with us, trying to help us uplift our physical, mental, and our spiritual well-being. Guru will remove hurdles along the way. There are many, many uh, possibilities of falling from this path. There are a lot of distractions along the way. And Guru's job is to help us unconditionally to remove those hurdles and keep us on that path. Okay. The third question then is the attributes of Guru and disciples. Guru's attributes. So we are fortunate who are in Kriya Yoga. We have this lineage of masters who are highly spiritual, highly realized, and we are following them. How lucky, how privileged can you get, right? Having these kind of lineage to help us on our spiritual journey. But there are some here being a general program where they are still looking for a guru, looking for help on their path of spiritual journey. So I wanted to talk more on this is Gurudev explains very beautifully in Kriya Yoga book that the first and foremost, a guru must have Savikalpa Samadhi and must have a complete control over the pulseless, breathless state, which is the highest state of Samadhi. So when person has reached that state, their personal consciousness and the cosmic consciousness is one. It's all one. There is no duality. It's one. It's there is no differentiation between you, me, and they. It's all cosmic consciousness. At that point, they are really their consciousness is infinite. They're pretty much merged with God. They are like God. They are godlike. They are. They know absolute truth. There are all the karmas at that point are seized, the effect of karmas, and you have become that highly spiritual person, godlike person. So Gurudev says that to be a guru, you must have those qualifications. You must be God realized, self realized. Guru is pure, Guru is sinless, true, self realized, a perfect yogi, perfection in yoga. Okay, they also would have spiritual powers, and they also know the scriptures. Scriptures could be Vedas, Bible, Quran, or many scriptures. But it's not that they know the scriptures like bookish knowledge. It's like they live the scriptures. That's how it's like part of them. And that's how they live. Earlier, I talked about that igniting. So the Guru should have that power to be able to ignite that spark in us to get us started on this spiritual path or to enhance on this spiritual path. And at the same time, as a disciple, we should we should be ready. Our field should be ready to have Guru's seeds in it. So then we would receive those vibrations. We would receive that. In my family, my whole family, my brother's family, my sister's family, my parents, we all have gotten initiation in Kriya Yoga, and many of us are practicing, and some are not. So it depends. So the newcomers in this area who are looking for a guru, uh, they say that there are some gurus or some people who claim to be immersed in knowledge, but they are more immersed in ignorance. They are not realized, but they claim to be, and so you want to watch out for those people. You want highly realized masters to be your guru, and not have this fake guru. There are some who could be after the disciples' money or material resources. That's not Guru, right? Guru is the one who has no motive. There is no motive for um, uh, anything in return. They are not looking for fame. They are not looking for your recognition. They are not looking for your money. They are not looking for anything. They are unconditionally helping you on your journey to self-realization. So that's Guru. So the Guru, the master, is the one who has complete mastery over the body, the senses, and the mind, and they are not the slaves of them. So that's the kind of guru we are looking for. At the same time, disciples, you would be a good disciple if you approach the guru with total dedication, with the with total love, with the attitude of surrendering, and with faith, loyalty, humility. When we bow to the guru, we are bowing with humility, putting our ego aside, right? So those are some of the attributes for a disciple. uh, Spiritual speaker, the disciple, with the help of a guru, tries to eradicate stumbling blocks along the way, which could be jealousy, which could be resentment, which could be ego, hatred, and transforms the life of love, joy, devotion, purity. And that's the transformation happens with Guru's help when there is a true Guru and a true disciple. Okay, so the last question was the Guru disciple relationship. Gurudev explains beautifully in the Kriya Yoga book that Guru-disciple relationship is eternal. It's not a short-term relationship, 1 year, 2 years, 1 decade, 2 decades, 1 century, 2 centuries, one life, two life. No, it is eternal. It's forever. So, once Guru, you have a Guru, and he's guiding you. He will be there with you from life to life till you reach your self-realization. Yogananda ji said to his disciples that I'll be back again and again to evolve you in your spiritual journey and to help you reach self-realization. Gurudev used to say that tie a very tight knot with me and I will take you through this worldly ocean towards everlasting peace, love, joy, and bliss. Only a true guru can give that kind of a promise. It's like mathematics. You do a 1 plus 2 gives you equal 3. You follow me, tie a tight knot, practice Kriya Yoga, do the way he is teaching for how to live, and you will be on your way for self-realization, on the journey, and your spirituality will flourish. That's the guru. So Lahiri Mahasaya, he has said that disciple should be in the presence of a guru for at least 1 month a year. And if that's not possible, 1 week a year. And if that's not possible, at least 3 days a year. Now, today's age of technology, digital age, electronics, we have other means of staying in touch with the gurus. We could listen to the videos on YouTube. We could have Zoom calls, right? We have digital books and all of that. However, it's still very Maharshal says that at least 3 days you must spend time with the Guru. So we have those opportunities in Kriya Yoga. We have those opportunities. There are many retreats, and Guruji comes there. Many Swamis come there, and so we have to grab these opportunities. Imagine this, right? Usually, the disciple would go to the Guru. In our case, Guru is gracious enough, is sacrificing, traveling all over the world, spending time in people's homes, and why? To help us and come and see us. So where can you get that kind of an opportunity? Guru's selfless love. So we should at least attend one retreat with Guruji once a year, and that not only helps improve our meditation, but it also keeps us on the path. As I was saying earlier, there are many ways possibility of falling off the path, but Guru keeps us on that path and not let us fall. So having that contact would be a good thing. So never consider Guru as a human being. Never consider a mantra as just words, and never consider a deity as a stone. I wanted to uh, uh, say a short story, not even a story, but Kabir, Sant Kabir, has said that if you have God and your Guru in front of you, who would you bow first, God or Guru? And he says that I would bow Guru first and then God. बलिहारी गुरु आपकी बलिहारी गुरु आपकी जो गोविंद दियो बताए. It's the Guru who has shown me the path towards God. So I would bow to Guru first and then God. Okay. With this, I'm going to conclude my talk here, and I wanted to show you a very quick, brief video from Guruji, which is I'm going to share with you now.
Masters, out of their love, out of their compassion, they have been teaching us so much. They are giving so much. Who is taking it? Who is taking it? Gurudev used one expression in English, Kshetra Prastuta. Not in English, in Indian language, Kshetra Prastuta. In English, to make your field ready. Make your field ready. ଆପଣ ନିଜ କ୍ଷେତ୍ର ପ୍ରସ୍ତୁତ କରନ୍ତୁ. Make your field ready. Before you plant the seed, you should make the field ready. Which field we have and which type of seed we are going to plant or the Guru is going to plant. If the field is not ready, you sow the seed. Somebody asked Gurudev, why do you initiate so many people when they are not sincerely practicing? What is the use? Gurudev said, one day the seed will germinate. That seed will never go in waste, never go in vain. Out of love I am giving. And you know, in Kriya Yoga initiation, so much of time is given. I am telling those who do not know other path, one mantra the Guru advises on mantra. You chant it. Some gurus, they say how to do little worship. Just do this. That's all. Here in Kriya, teaching the technique, initiation, teaching the technique, guiding again and again. Just to tell you, this type of opportunity is not in most of the spiritual organizations. You will not find. Still then, somebody said, Gurudev, how you are doing this? He said, I am giving seed. And one day, because this seed is not just like the seeds which will be eaten up by it will germinate one day. I'm just telling the example. Two young brothers, twins, came to Gurudev in their teen age from Germany to Puri, got initiated. In early 70s, Germany to Puri got initiated. After some years, no contact. They came back from early 70s in 90s to Gurudev. And they, not 90s, late 90s, early 2000 to Gurudev. Then they came and asked, can you teach us second Kriya? They got second Kriya initiation maybe 2 years ago, 1 or 2 years ago. The seed was planted. The seed remained, and sometimes it germinated. You know, once you have come to the spiritual master, in some way or other they hold you, they don't leave you really. They don't leave you. The gurus never leave you. Guru holds. And one which more connected to the Guru, and he holds more gurus.
So that was a beautiful video. So Gurudev used to, or once I've heard him saying this in one of the retreats, and it has stayed with me. So I'm just going to say that before we start our meditation. So Gurudev sang, kindly search God in the fontanelle, Kindly search God in the fontanelle. You'll get God realization. Do Kriya well. Kindly search God in the fontanelle. You'll get God realization. Do Kriya well. Okay. So with this, let us start our meditation. This is a general meditation, not Kriya meditation, but let's spend a few minutes meditating. So everyone, please close your eyes. Your spine is straight. Your concentration is between the eyebrows in the soul center, which is also called the third eye. Be completely relaxed. Just watch your breath going in and your breath coming out. In every single breath, feel the presence of divine. Take a slow, long, deep inhalation. Hold and bow. Bow in the center and exhale. Normal, conscious breathing. When you bow, it means you are becoming more humble. Oh God, please protect me. As you are bowing, the pranic energy is rushing towards the head. Please inhale, hold the breath, and gently sit up. Spine is straight. Normal, conscious breathing. With this bow technique, our spine is magnetized. Now, let us do some deep breathing. This will improve our breathing, make our lungs stronger, and draw more prana. We'll be breathing from the bottom of the spine all the way to the top of the head. There is a channel in which visualize a channel where we'll be breathing this passage from the bottom. Take a slow, long, deep inhalation all the way to the top of the head. Hold. Exhale down to the bottom of the spine. So while inhaling, we will inhale peace, fill our body with peace, and exhaling, we'll exhale with love. We would propagate love to the world. So from the bottom of the spine, inhale peace, exhale love, 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 the whole body is oxygenated. Mind has become quiet, peaceful. Thoughts have decreased, or no thoughts, or maybe one or two thoughts. Normal breathing. In fact, no attention on the breath. calmness, peace, love, joy. Slowly, please open your eyes. We will conclude today's program with a prayer. With Corona, there is a lot of suffering has happened and is happening. And let's pray to God for the well-being of mankind. We'll recite the Mrityunjaya mantra. So please close your eyes. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Eva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Eva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyam Amrutat. Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukam Eva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiya Mamrutat. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. That concludes today's program. Pranam.